Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Stock Market Show. This is your host, Shades. I have an AITX video for you today. We have the investor presentation coming on Wednesday. Number two, I want to talk about the fact that if you pull back on the chart, what do you see here? And this is very important. You see a stock that bottoms out at double zero twos, and you would think, oh, it's a penny stock. It's very dangerous, right? It's not dangerous if you're buying where it makes sense, at the bottom. Every single time it comes down there, it's a buy. Give it time, be patient, it'll come down. A lot of people are a lot of shareholders in AITX are very excited right now. Ooh, investor presentation. Ooh, can't wait. The investor presentation is going to send the stock to the moon. They're wrong. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. Number one. Number two, this is a very bad company in terms, it has potential, yes. But if you look at the financials, you look at the numbers, you realize like, oh, wow, negative 25 million in working capital, and it has to dilute constantly just to stay afloat. So although it has potential because it is an AI stock and it's in penny land and maybe one day it could go to dollars, even though the share structure is absolutely horrendous, all this volume and it could barely get to 1 penny, compared to Sybil, on less volume, was able to get to penny and above no problem. So unfortunately, it has its issues. And here's the best part, and I hope you learn from this, especially the newer beginner ones, especially if you're in my Discord. A lot of you have been joining, and so you're new to the markets, and I want you to learn and be really good at identifying these kinds of stocks. So what makes AITX such an incredible penny stock to swing trade from the bottom is the volume. And that volume comes from the longs. The longs, they believe in this stock so much that anytime it comes down to double zero twos, they buy and accumulate right here. They load it up. But they're not loading for a quick flip. They're loading it because they believe in this AI stock in the security sector long term. And that's okay if they believe that. But unfortunately, the OTC penny stocks, if it was this easy for penny stocks to go from where they are to $1 and you make, $1 million because you bought a million shares at double zeros, if it was this easy, we'd all do that, right? But it's not. That's not the case. It's a pipe dream, and maybe it works out, maybe it doesn't. But ultimately, it's the long-term holders that you have to thank, because they're the reason this bottom holds. Because every time it bottoms out down here, the volume is at 53 million, 60 million. It's not much volume, but the fact that people keep buying down here and accumulating it, it lets it hold that bottom. And then we dump it when it pops on the people who don't know any better. There's new people who discovered AITX and who went long on it, who became investors because they're like, ooh, AI stock sitting in pennies, and it's got a lot of potential. And I agree with that. Despite all the issues it has, these new people, these new investors, they jump in and hold the bag up here, and we dump it on their heads, and we make our $2,000. Or one guy made 100K, one guy made 20K. Like it's insane. But ultimately, what you're doing is, if a grandma invested down here, you just bag the grandma. Because she probably put more money up here thinking, oh, this is it, Martha, we're going to the moon. Who's named Martha nowadays? Seriously. You bagged a grandma down here. You who made your 2K, you just bagged a grandma. Poor grandma, she's not going to get that new leg that she needs. Christmas presents for the kids? So long, sucker, because this baby's coming back down. I just want you to think about the fact that someone's getting bagged on these. And it's not going to be you ever again, because a lot of you have been holding bags on stocks, and I'm like, no, 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 no. That's not happening with me. If you're in my Discord, you know already. We're going to buy bottoms. We're going to flip it. We're going to take our losses when it's time to take losses. If the bottom doesn't hold, and we move on. You have to thank the longs in this stock. They are what make the stock incredible. So shout out to the longs. Shout out to the AITX Discord. You are the reason that we can make so much money on this stock that has held the bottom since way back in... Whew, really? It's held it since... Guys, this has held it since 2023 of November 28. Holy sh... Without those longs, without the dumb ones, who's my liquidity so I can bank? So if you made money off AITX, guess what? That grandma, no leg for her. Ultimately, you got to thank them. Like, thank you for being my liquidity. Thank you, thank you. I might have to send them a Radcam. You know what I'm saying? Like, here, have a free Radcam. I should do that. I should buy some Radcams and do like a giveaway, not a gift away. Gift away. Does that even make sense? I should do a giveaway. I think I'd be okay with that, doing a giveaway for 3 Radcams. I don't know how I'd run it. Can you even do giveaways on YouTube? I don't know if are those illegal now. I'd have to do my due diligence on that. I don't know if that's if something you can't do. I'll have to check it out.